you can ask me a question, Shrikant. We can see iron blocks and sheets so that we can differentiate it is of different sizes and volumes. How a data can be differentiated, right? Is my question is a valid question?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll take a simple example. Let us assume ABC is one organization, okay, which started in 1990. Till this year it is 2015. How many years of history it is? 25 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is having, we'll say it is having 25 years of history.
Yep.
Right? Okay. Now, in this, when this organization started, right? Okay. This will have some departments, right? Like HR is one department which deals with employee data, right?
Yeah.
Sales is one department which deals with sales data, right?
Mm.
And finance which deals with financial or marketing, okay? Marketing with marketing data. That means like if you simply take Toyota is a manufacturing company which will have employees and which will have the sales department who do the sales and which will have the marketing department who do the marketing, right?
Yeah.
So this every department will have a data, right? HR data, can we call it as an HR type data?
Mm-hmm.
And sales, can we call it as sales type data? And finance, marketing, we can call it as marketing type data, right? You all understood? You understood, Sharad? So we'll be calling different types of department with different types of data. Okay, now in 1990 when the organization started, let us assume HR type data started loading into Oracle database. Okay, it should be get stored someplace, right? So yeah. Oracle database. Sales into some Excel sheet. Excel sheet is also some sort of data storage, right? So marketing into SQL server. 3 different databases. So every year from 1990 to 2015, data started growing, right? Data will start growing. So large volumes of data will be started adding into each and every database, which makes the organization difficult to maintain 3 different databases and 3 different data volumes from 3 different databases and a bulk content of data, which will be having the useful data and an unuseful data. Okay. Yeah. So now the issue comes here is they want to maintain HR, marketing, sales under single database. That means they want to move all these 3 different data volumes into a single database or a multiple databases. Okay, it depends on the requirement. And while doing that, they want to cleanse the unwanted data. Something like I can say you simple example. Let us assume you and me were working for one organization, and yeah, I joined the organization in 1990. I left the organization, and you are still working with the organization. And the organization want to remove the data employees who are not active. So what they will do while filtering, while loading the data, they need to apply a condition saying that employee status is equal to inactive. You understand? So that the inactive data will be get filtered and the active data will be get loaded, right? Mm-hmm. So they want to load in such a way like they want to maintain the exact data which they can use it for their analysis of the future data, and they want to make the data used for their company running in a successful way. Okay, then in real time ETL process comes into life. Till this what you understood, right?
Yeah.
What this ETL process can do, it can extract and it can transform, and it can load data into single database or multiple databases. Okay. Now, whenever this ETL process comes into life, normally to do this ETL process, okay, we'll be using some tools like Informatica. Is one tool which occupied almost like 80% of the market. Okay, whichever project you go, right, if you are working with an ETL process, they'll use Informatica. And other tools were also there, that is Data Stage, and other one is Oracle Data Integrator. These tools were there. Okay, but Informatica is more popular than all other tools because of the license and the support what they provide and the organizations
It is the
how
best
they
tool. Like
use.
Informatica
Yeah,
is the best.
that means user friendly tool. Okay,
Okay.
compared to the other tools, the
Other
issues
tools.
what they face using the Informatica will be less when compared to the other tools. Okay, that is the way Informatica occupied almost like, because Informatica is very old tool than these tools, so it occupied almost 80% of the market. Okay, and now you understood, right, what is an Informatica.
Informatica.
Informatica is an ETL tool which using Informatica what we can do, we can connect to any database of the source and it can pull the data and it can do the transformation logics and it can load the data into a single database or a multiple databases. Okay, that's what Informatica will do. Okay, in Informatica as a developer, okay, if you are learning the training, right, so all the time you try to look yourself as a developer. Okay, don't go for any administration roles also, because administration roles you will not have any growth or something else, just the installations and all we can do it during the training also. Okay, you'll be easily learning that, but apart from that as a developer we need to concentrate on 4 parts in the Informatica. One is the client tools in Informatica. Okay, client tools will be 4. One is repository manager, first one, and next one is designer, and the next one is workflow manager, workflow monitor. Okay, repository manager, what it will do, like whenever they want a separate folder for the project or the user creations and all will be done through a repository manager. And the designer is a place where all your project development will be done.
Okay. Designer. Okay.
That means like it is the place where we will have sources, targets, mappings, everything, source to target mapping, connections, everything we will design in the designer. Okay, once it is designed, whatever the mapping we design in designer, right, we'll try to make it work from here through workflow manager. Once the workflow manager is run, okay, and all your mapping is started running, so that it will load the source to target data, right, everything will be monitored here into the workflow monitor.
Like each and everything is a different separate tool.
Separate thing, separate. These all comes under client tools, where you can see all under a single page itself, but you will have a separate icons there. That I will show you. Okay, for that I need to start my Informatica services. Just give me 2 minutes and starting the services. Then I will show you one practical example. Okay, just I am making you understand like how the Informatica looks. That's all.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello, Santosh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Santosh. Sharath, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, now can you able to view my screen? I logged into administration
Yeah.
page. Okay.
Yeah, just
Now I went to start all programs. In this, don't get confused, okay, because my machine will have so many things, Informatica, ODI, OBI, everything, okay. Here you can see Informatica client, Power Center client. Can you able to see
yeah.
the four things which I have shown you, right?
Yes.
See, I'm clicking on repository manager.
Why do we use this repository manager?
That's what I'm telling you. See here. You can see here 5 a.m. IST, one folder, 7 a.m. IST practice, like this, right? Because for each and every training, I created one folder. Okay. For the admin related things, we will be using the repository manager first thing. Without having any folder or separate folder for your project, you cannot start building anything. Okay. That's the reason we will use a repository manager to log in first and to manage the things whatever we want to create. Okay. Now I am connecting to designer. Can you able to see here?
Yeah, designer.
Once I click on designer, it will open. In this designer, let me connect here. Okay, 7 a.m. practice. Okay. Here, let us assume I want to create employees from source.
Okay.
Source employees. I'm having HR from employees table. Okay. And I want to create one more source into my target with employees target, and I want to load employee table details into employee target table, which is now created. Okay, how to create that we'll see. For that, these all things you learn in the training. Source analyzer, what is source analyzer and all. Okay, source analyzer is a place where we can import our source tables. Okay, let me connect here. You can see the data, right? Yeah. But in our target table will not have any data, but we need to load it. So I can design my target here itself.
Okay.
Let me design this in such a way. See, we can connect to Oracle database, Essbase, Teradata, through ODBC connection, flat file, many things, which will be available here.
But basically we are using Oracle here. Right?
Yeah. Now you are able to see here, right? So
yeah,
what I am doing, I'll just try to load it into my tar. Okay, you can see here from Informatica it created into tar with EMPT, right?
Okay.
Table structure is created. Now we have source table and target table. Now I'm trying to map my source and target with a new mapping. This is my source table, which is in HR schema. And this is my target table, which is an empty table, which is in tar schema. Okay. It might be any other database. There is no restriction. But what happens here, once you create connections, right, it will be permanent. So that if this year you have 1 lakh records, and by the next year you have 5 lakh records to be loaded. What normally organizations will do, they will not once again build everything. Just they will run this mapping. Automatically the load will be done and the target will be filled with the required records. You understood? Okay, this one is valid. Mapping is created, right? This mapping, we will make it run through workflow manager. See, I'm clicking on workflow manager. Here I'm creating a session for this.
To execute each and everything, you need to use all these 4 of this things.
Yeah, all these 4. First thing is not mandatory all the time, but these 3 are mandatory.
The repository is not that mandatory.
No, repository manager is not that much important here. See, I'm selecting test 1 mapping to be running.
Okay.
So in this, I need to set up the source and target. From which source it is coming from HR. To which target it should load? It should not load to HR, right? It should load to target. Now I'm designing the workflow designer. See, this one is also valid.
Yep.
Now I'll connect to monitor first of all before running this. See here. I'll go and monitor. Here it is running. Okay, succeeded. So we'll check the status, whether our data is getting loaded or not. See here, source is having 107 records and affected 107 record, loaded 107 records. Nothing were rejected. So if next year in a source table, they have 5 lakhs records. If they run this mapping, automatically it will be loaded. You understood? Like this, we will be using Informatica to load data from single database or multiple databases into single database or multiple databases. Okay. Normally, if you go into job also, you will be having everything pre-built in many of the projects. In training, if you will be learning how to use each and every option, right? Automatically, you can work in any project using those things directly there. Got it, Sharath?
Yeah, thank you.
Hello.
Like, I have a small doubt. Thing is,
Sharath, I cannot hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Sharath? Yeah, now I can hear you. Yeah. You got it, right?
Yeah, I got it. But thing is, for example, like for each and everything, now whatever you explained is like it's like we use each and everything in the job. Use each and every four of this client tools.
We in the training we will be learning how to use each and every option for different scenarios in the training. Okay. When you go into job, once you get some scenario, okay, they ask you, Sharath, we have source tables this, and we have this target tables. We want to load data from source to target. So automatically you can prepare a mapping like this using a designer, right? So like that, we will be practicing in the training. You will be executing the same kind of things once you go into job.
Okay. This training is like, is it usual for only development or also ETL testing also?
If you know the development, it's very easy for ETL testing. ETL testing is nothing but like just to check like whether all the tables and columns were properly mapped with everything as per the business requirement docs or not. See, I'll show you. I want to backtrack this. Okay. See, I want to find what is my source table of this column. See, like this will be backtracking. This is what actually ETL testing will be there.
Now, if I know development, it is easy for me to do.
Got it, Sharat? No, if you learn development, you will be knowing each and every option, right? So that it will be easy for you as a tester.
Okay. Yeah. That means like this course is like it will be useful for both these things.
Both the things. Sharat, I am done from my side. If you have any questions, you